what you were thinking, babe. Your thoughts are only getting louder. While you are up in space, I sit here by myself. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over. I don't know what you did, but it's alright with me. It doesn't matter any longer. I will forgive your flaws if you're forgiving mine. Are you gonna spill the truth or waste your life away? Sitting on your fingertips so I know what you'll say. Baby, don't bother, you know it hurts anyway. Don't bother, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over. Spill it out, don't you spare any details. Stuff how you feel about us. Spill it out, don't you spare any details. Oh baby, as long as you don't say that it's over now, that it's over. We used to talk about getting older. We said we hold on, but now it's over. It can't be over, over.
I've missed you. It's been a long time. I am glad that you are here. In this last month, we have moved from Colorado to Florida. We've been unpacking. We've been settling in. We've been doing a lot of things. It's taken us almost a year to get here. We've gone from selling our house to that Airbnb to here. We're finally here. We made it. We're still unsettled. We're still unpacking. But, you know, the move was worth it. The move was worth it. And I hope that your yoga is worth it. I hope you're sticking with it. I kind of fell off the wagon, but I'm back on it. And I hope you are too. This is a journey. Life's a journey. You just got to do it one day at a time and just get back in the game. You know, it's challenging, but maybe doing your yoga is a challenge. But don't let it be. Make it work for you. And that is what I stress. Make it work for you by doing what's right for you. Use props, use the blocks, use the straps, use a chair. Don't do a pose if it doesn't speak to you. You know, make it work for you. It's a new day. It's a new week. Let's start. We're going to get our props. We're going to do what you can in this hour. We practice every single day live. I'm going to be good this month. I hope you are too. We practice live. If you can't catch us live, check us out on YouTube, Facebook later on in your day. Let's start. Come on up to a standing as we just ease into a week. All right, I didn't tell you, I'm Jan. This is 316 Yoga. This is your yoga where you do it your way. Do what you can, focus on what you can do, and don't let it go. If it doesn't work, don't do it. All right, so stand on up if you can. If you don't want to stand up, you can sit in a chair. Totally good for you. Do what works. All right, lock in a stress number. That's one of the things we do. Stress number, scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What's going on right now in your body? Root into the earth, lift your arms up high to the sky. Remember this is your extended mountain pose. Take a big inhale, maybe eyes are closed. And a big exhale. Feel the softening happen in your shoulders. Reach up through your fingertips, ground into the earth, maybe rock a little bit on your feet. I like to step off of my mat because the mat's a little squishy and you just feel more solid off of the mat. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward, let your arms come down. Think of your spine. Oh, think of your spine. Think of it decompressing. Put a little bend in your knees. Big breath in. Big sighing breath out through your mouth. Inhale, sweep your arms up with a flourish. Why not? Lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward again. And if you're in that chair, just bring your chest towards your thighs. Little bend in your knees might feel good. Do what feels good. Inhale, arms go up. One more time. Exhale. Hi, Diane. Hi, Liz. I'm in your state, girls. Breathe. Let it go, let it go, let it go. Shake your neck while you're down here. Put a little bend in your knees. Feet a little wider than hip width distance apart if that feels good. Just get comfortable. Think of your spine decompressing. Inhale, arms sweep on up. Extended mountain again. Lengthen. Now bring your hands to your low back. Squeeze your elbows to the back of the room. Send your chest up to the sky and take a little baby back bend. Look up, up, up. And then come back up to standing. Extend your arms up, extended mountain. Interlace your fingers, palms to the sky. A little bend in your elbows if you want. Now move your spine sideways. All right, so think about what we've just done. Move the spine forward and back. Now we're moving it side to side in your gentle little palm tree pose. Take it as far as you like or as little as you like. Bend in the elbows or not. See what feels good. So you're moving your spine in 4 different planes of motion. You want to wake up through the spine. All right, come back up to center. Put your hands back on your hips, that pose of confidence. Maybe spread your legs a little bit wider. Take that Superman stance. Elbows back, hands on your hips. Take a big breath in. Big sighing breath out. Try to find some balance in your toes. Lift on up and come on down. Just come on up to your toes. You know what? You could have a chair nearby, your countertop nearby, whatever works, or just, use the wall. But find some balance as you come up onto the balls of your feet. Maybe stay up on the balls of your feet a little bit. Hold on. You got it. Back and forth. Just find confidence in your feet and in your balance. Bring your weight back onto your heels eventually. Lift your toes up and give them a wiggle too. All right, settle in. Feel the sides of your feet. Maybe move it a little bit from side to side. Lengthen up through your chest. Come to stillness at the midline of your body. Let's do some big arm circles. So tee out your arms and draw circles like on the side walls. Now what you can do also is work your knees. Start to move your knees. Bring them on down. Bring them on up. So you do arm circles as big as you like toward the back of the room, and then we're going to switch to sending them toward the front of the room. But just find some shoulder mobility. Bend in the knees. Maybe when the hands come down, the knees bend. Don't have to go very far. Take your arm circles in the other direction. Find your mobility in your shoulders. If it doesn't feel so good, nothing wrong with doing smaller circles. Nothing wrong with just little bends in the knees. You make it work. All right. Let's finish up. Come up to standing. Big coat swing. Shoulders are soft and away from your ears. Neck is long. Hands are like they're weighted down by your sides. Start to twist in the waist. This is about your twisting motion here. Arms are heavy and you're just kind of hitting your backside, hitting your hip as you look over one shoulder, then the other. Hi, Betty. How are you? I'm so happy to be back with you too. It was about 5 weeks we were on the road. 2,000 miles of driving from Colorado to Florida. It's hot here, girls. Those of you that live in Florida. Oh, but it feels good, and the humidity is good for us. All right, how are the twists coming? Let's slow it on down. All right, so nice controlled twist. All right, come on back to a standing position. You know what's next? Our usual ragdoll pose. This one feels so good. Again, feet about hip width distance apart or whatever feels good for you. Arms, take your hands to opposite elbow creases. Look like that old I Dream a Genie. And then bend on forward. Little bend in your knees. With your hands holding on to opposite elbow creases, start to sway from side to side. One elbow back toward one knee, bring it on back. Other elbow back toward the other knee. How does it feel? Maybe you want to widen your stance a little bit. Maybe you want to decrease your stance a little bit. Whatever feels good. But let's think about your neck for a second. Are you trying to look forward? Are you holding on to your neck? Let it go. Tuck your chin toward your chest so the crown of your head is toward the earth. Breathe. Most important part. Big breaths in. Try to take them in through the nose. And out through your mouth. You even feel this up your backside and your glutes, don't you? All right, let's finish up in ragdoll. Come back to the midline of your body. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Fold forward even more. Look up toward your belly button or up toward your chest. Release your hands to your mat. Walk your hands forward. Let's come into a child's pose. All right, here's the deal. In your child's pose, we can bring your knees together. We can bring your bottom back towards your heels. You can use your block if you want. Blocks are such great props. Use your block if you want and bring your head down to it. Arms down by your sides, palms face up. Think of your shoulders really away from your ears as your neck is nice and long. There's your classic child's pose, with the block or without. A variation. Knees spread wide, big toes are still touching, hips back towards your heels. Make room for your belly if you want. Come on down, put your head on your block or your head to the mat and arms reach long to the top of your mat. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, this is where we just let the outside world go. Your body's warmed up. It knows movement is coming. Take a big breath in through your nose. Sighing breath out through your mouth. And just enjoy your space. Enjoy your time here. Don't rush. Don't think about what you got to do next. Don't think about the past. Just think about the present moment. More easily said than done, I know. Feel the temperature in your room. Feel the temperature and the texture of your mat beneath your body and at the tops of your feet. Feel the depth of your breath. Big breath in, feel your lungs expand. And big breath out, feel your belly hollow out. Close your lips if you like and engage your Ujjayi pranayama breath. All that does is it helps you focus inward and just be present. Child's pose. Come back to it anytime you like. We do it in just about every yoga practice because it's just such a great kind of get out of your head and just enjoy the moment. Hi to Tammy. It's 6 in the morning in Colorado. God bless you, girl, for doing your yoga. Maybe it's even a better time. And Lynn, hello, how are you? I'm glad you're here. All right, so child's pose, stay in it longer if you like. No rules as far as the timing of a pose. You stay in it as long as you like, as long as the pose doesn't hurt. That's the thing. Don't do something that hurts. Back out of it. Don't hurt your body. It's not for everybody. All right, so maybe bring your knees together. Let's do toes pose. Oh, we got to do this one. All right, it's so good for your feet. Come on up to standing on your knees. Tuck your toes towards your shins and have a seat back on your heels. All right, here's the deal. You can use a block. Toes pose isn't for everybody. You make it work for you. Using the block, you kind of can sit back on the block. Maybe that makes it a little bit better. I'm going to go without the block. Put my hands on my thighs for now. Big stretch in the feet. All right, big stretch in the bottom of the feet. Big stretch in the toes. Like I said, it's not for everybody. Not every pose is for everybody. If it doesn't feel right to you, and you know what right is, if it's uncomfortable, hang with it. If it's painful, don't do it. You know the difference. Make it work for you. All right, big breath in, hands on your thighs. Big breath out. I'm going to interlace my fingers now like we did earlier, and I'm going to send my arms forward, and I'm going to do a sideways number 8. Just kind of get into the wrists. All right, today we call it our Yoga for Life flexibility, mobility practice, just getting everything moving. Every day we do something different. Come back and check us out. But everything works together for that which is good, and that is certainly good. So our practice all week is designed to make you stronger, more mobile, more flexible. How does this feel? All right, get the wrists going. Nice job. All right, now let's take our hands, lift them up high to the sky. Bend your elbows, reach for opposite elbows like you did in your ragdoll pose. Press your head into your arms. Send your elbows to the back of the room. Big breath in, big breath out. Maybe the eyes are closed. Now tee out your arms, palms to the front. Send the backs of your hands to the back of the room. Open up through your chest. Bend your elbows again, and this time let your hands come down low by your waist, and then reach for opposite elbow creases again. Breath in, breath out, let it go. Breathe in, breathe out, just working the arms a little bit, working the wrists. All right, let's come out of this toes pose. How are you doing? Oh my gosh, we were in it for a long time. Come on to the tops of your feet, and let's go into an ankle pose. So you're stretching your ankles, stretching your feet in the opposite direction. Blocks, kind of sweet here. Press into them. Let your knees come up, but keep them together. And lean back into tops of your feet. If you want, take the blocks away and find your balance here. Maybe bring your hands to prayer center, always a good place to be. Maybe even try to close your eyes a little bit. That'll challenge your balance, won't it? Hold on, you got it. Stretch the ankles. Let's come out of this now. Come to a neutral tabletop. Knees under your hips, wrists under your shoulders. Lift your feet up, squeeze and scrunch your toes. Circle the ankles this way and that. Just get some mobility going there. And then tap the tops of your feet out on your mat. Nice job. All right, while we're here, let's get into the forearms a little bit. Right now, you're in a neutral tabletop with your fingers pointing forward. Take your hands 180 degrees. Bring your fingers back towards your knees so the front of your arms are toward the top of your mat. And then just move your hips, left, right, back, forward. Just kind of stretch out your forearms. Feels good, doesn't it? Breathe. All right, stretch out the forearms, let that feel good. Maybe send your bottom more back towards your heels and you come up maybe onto the fingers if that feels good. All right, let's go back to a natural position with your fingers pointing forward. You're in that neutral tabletop position. Let's do some cat-cow for your spine. With the back nice and flat, press into the tops of your feet into your mat and your hands into your mat too. So you really feel like you're pushing the earth away. Lengthen through the crown of your head and your tailbone. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, tuck your tailbone under, arch your back. It's the season of Halloween cats. Arch your back up to the sky. Exhale, cow pose, just the opposite, tailbone and crown of the head lift. So you're getting the neck moving forward and back. You're tucking your tailbone forward and back, pushing into the earth. Let it feel good. Cat-cow pose. Good for your spine. Maybe you want to keep at this longer. What do you think? All right, so we're tucking the spine. We're lengthening the spine. Similar to what we did when we were standing. You know what? We did that palm tree pose too. Remember that? Let's get the spine moving sideways a little bit in this position. So come back to your neutral tabletop and just wiggle into place till it feels good. And then extend your right leg long. Press the ball of the right foot into your mat. Lengthen through the back right leg. Keep your hips equal distant to your mat. Push into the earth. Let that feel good up that back right leg. Keeping the right leg extended, lift it up. Cross it over the midline of your body. Squeeze tightly in your upper inner thighs. Place the ball of the foot, the right foot, down on the left side of your body. Then look over your left shoulder. Look back to your foot. Or back to the back of the room. Or back to your knee. That's a little more of a challenge. Or toward your bottom. Maybe you can glimpse your bottom here. And then send the right leg around and around and around to about hip height on the opposite side. Lengthen up through your right arm. Reach up. And then plant the right arm down. Bring your right leg back to a natural neutral tabletop position. Left leg goes long. Press the ball of the foot into the mat. Push the earth away. Breathe. When you're ready, lift that extended leg up, cross it over the midline of the body, look over your right shoulder now. How far back can you look? Back of the room, to the ankle, to the knee, to your bottom. Just feel the lengthening all up this left side of your body now. All right, time to sweep the leg around nice and long and strong. Plant it down, lift the left arm up, up, up to the sky. Look up, push the earth away. Just feel the opening, let it feel good. All right, hand comes down, knees back together. Let's do bird dog pose. Little bit of a balancing challenge here. All right, so I'm gonna extend my right leg long. I'm gonna lift it up, knee to hip height, extend the right leg long, pointing the toes, maybe circle the ankle a little bit this way and that. That leg is lifted, so it's nice and straight, right? Kind of in line with your body. Push into your hands, extend your left arm long. You know, you could take your block, place it at the top of your mat and find your balance here. Or no block at all. Push the earth away. Even the top of your left foot pushes into the earth. Find your good strong balance here. Fingers spread wide, thumb up to the sky. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen with all you got. So you're strengthening and lengthening your spine. Feel it in the low back. You're strengthening there too. Stretch, reach, you've got it. Now draw your toes towards your shin and see how that feels a little bit different in that extended leg. Play with it a little bit. Point the toes, flex them. Flex, extend, flex and extend. Finish up, hand comes down, knee comes down. Let's do the other side. Lift your left leg up, knee to hip height, leg extends, toes point. Right arm joins in the game, either reaching for that block or lengthening to the front of the room. Spread your fingers, even feel the webbing between your fingers. Thumb up to the sky, stretch it out a little bit more. Point and flex the toes or the ankle. Drawing the toes toward the shin, and then reaching the toes toward the back of the room. Stretch, reach, lengthen, you're strong. The word to think about today is ability. Ability means the power or capacity to act, to do something physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, morally, whatever it is, but it's all within your power. You have the ability to do this. Power, strength. Bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Nice job in your bird dog pose. Spread your knees wide, hips back to your heels. Reach your arms long to the top of your mat. Settle in, breathe. This child's pose feels a little different than the first one we did, doesn't it? Are you feeling a little more comfortable in your skin? Is your body a little more stretched out, a little more flexible, more mobile? Yes, it is. All right, it is time to maybe grab a drink or, all right, you ready? Planks. Planks are a great overall strengthening pose. You do them in lots of different practices, whatever you do. Pilates, bar, yoga, and when you go to the gym, planks are really good because everything is engaged. Everything is strengthened. We're going to do a plank, a 1-minute plank. We set a timer. It'll be on the screen. You can time yourself if you want to measure your progress, or you can say, forget it. I'm not going to use the timer. I'm going to do what I can with what I've got and be happy with what I've got. That's the important part. Lots of ways to take it. You're already on your knees. Here's what you could do. Send your knees back, send your arms more forward, lengthen up here. Send the crown of your head forward, and you can just hold here. Feel the weight shift into your arms. Stay here, stay strong, no big deal. You could also, if you want, stand up next to a wall. Push your hands into the wall, lean into the wall a little bit to just feel some strength there. You can drop to your forearms. So many ways to do planks. We had a month where we did a different variation of plank every day. Maybe we'll do that again in the coming year. All right, arms parallel to the side of the mat. You can stay on your knees. You can tuck your toes. You can lift on up into a dolphin plank. I'm going to take a high plank. All right, so here's the deal for a high plank. Whatever you do, take breaks when you need them. I'm going to press my hands into the mat, shoulders over my wrists. I'm going to send my legs long. And Dwayne, can you start the timer now? There we go, 1 minute. All right, so in your plank, fingers spread wide to have a nice strong base there. Feet about hip width distance apart. Push the earth away. Ooh, Push the earth away and stay strong. Lengthen through your spine. We have done 15 seconds of this already. Breathe in, breathe out. Hold on, you're strong. Think about it. Everything here is engaged. You know, when you think of your core, you think of primarily your belly. But everything here is engaged. Your arms, your legs, your belly. You're lengthening through your spine, shooting energy through your heels and the crown of your head. We're more than halfway there. But you know what? You can always take a break. Send your bottom high to the sky. Do a down dog for a breath or two. Come back into your plank. Hold on here. We got 15 seconds to go. You can always drop to your knees. Take a little break. Push the earth away. 10 seconds. You can do anything for 10 seconds. You've got the power. You've got the ability. You are capable. You are able. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Woo! Come on down. Oh my gosh. How was that? Whatever variation of plank you did, A+. Because you tried, right? You do what you can. All right, let's see. Water. Sounds good. All right, let's go. Let's keep at it. Supta Baddha Konasana sit-ups. Series of 3 little core things here. Let's come onto your bottom. Bend your knees. You could have your strap nearby if you want to use that for boat. I'll use it today because we talk about it often. Okay, so have your strap nearby. Soles of your feet touch. Knees open good and wide. Come on down. Hands to prayer center. Come on down to your back. Take it slowly. You're in control here. You're in control. You've got the power. Use it. Use your power wisely. You're very powerful. Come on all the way down. Once all the way down, maybe hike your heels up, closer to your groin. Place your fingertips lightly at your temples. Whew, how does that feel? Maybe you want to stay right here. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Maybe sigh it out through your mouth. Let some heat go. Chin up to the sky and then down. Little lifts, little lowers. And you know what? Take your hand for just a second and feel your core. Feel your belly. Low belly, feel it tighten up. Mid belly, lift a little higher. Feel a little higher. All right, you're working it. You're working it. Maybe lift the shoulders up, elbows back a little more, and pulse the chin up to the sky. Keep your knees open wide. Keep your elbows open wide. There you go, working your core. I'm going to feel this tomorrow, but that's good. All right, let's come on down. Bicycle pose is another great pose. Variations there. Knees together, soles of your feet on your mat. Maybe fingers lightly to the temples, and you peel your shoulders up again and take a little twist, working opposite elbow toward opposite knee, and then the other elbow toward the other knee. A little gentle twist. Maybe that's for you today. Or shoulders down, knees lift, knees over hips, shins parallel to the sky, toes tucked toward your shins. Ride a recumbent bicycle. I've seen a lot of those here lately in Florida. Drive through your heels. So ride that recumbent bike. Maybe you decide you want to peel your shoulders up and kind of do every variation here. A little twist, elbow toward knee, toward opposite knee, while the other leg extends long. So there's your little bicycle with your little twist. All right? Here's another option for your pose. Straighten your legs and scissor kick them. Let's finish here. Legs go long, arms high overhead. Take a stick pose. Palms touch, fingers reach, toes point to the bottom of the mat. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your biceps by your ears a little bit more. Stretch, lengthen. You got it. Now it's time for boat. Okay, here's the deal. You can come on up to seated, and you can use your strap. I'm going to use the strap today. Tomorrow I won't. So, just use your props. And don't feel that it's a weakness. Why do we do that? We feel if we don't do something at 100%, it's a weakness. It's not true. Using your props is not a weakness. Sometimes using your props makes things harder. Shoulders are over your hips. Back is nice and straight. Make sure you're not rounded. It's really easy to round here. Lengthen up. Shoulders back. Back is nice and flat and straight. Lengthen up. Lean on back. Lean on back. Let the legs come up. Hug the elbows in. And hold here. Maybe a little bend in your knees feels better. Breathe, hold on in your boat pose. So find your balance. And if you don't want to use the strap, you don't have to. Lean on back. You could use your elbows. Come on down to your forearms. Legs are lifted. You're still real strong. Maybe hands are down and elbows are straight, or maybe arms reach toward your feet or up toward the sky or a little further back. Hold on in your boat and then finish. That's it. That's your boat pose. That's a serious pose, isn't it? All right, time to come to standing. Let's come around. Come on up to your standing position. Standing. There we go. All right, so let's do a lunge first. Arms go high. Remember how we did this? Lengthen up through your extended mountain. Now let's fold forward. Fold forward. Chin toward your chest. Sweep the arms up with that flourish. Lengthen. Take a baby back bend. Woo! And then forward. Here we go. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, big lengthening up, extended mountain. Let's do that lunge. All right, right foot goes way far forward. How's that? Take your hands, let them float on down. Interlace your fingers behind your low back. Lean forward into this standing foot. In the standing foot, the right foot. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the back leg up. Reach, look down to your toes, send the interlaced fingers high to the sky. Come on back. Both feet on your mat. Hands to prayer center, step back with the right foot. So now your left foot is forward. Interlaced fingers, gaze up. Shoulders are back and down. Press the weight into your left foot. Now right foot lifts. This is a toppling tree. And then we'll do the lunge. So fingers, interlaced fingers go up to the sky. Maybe you want to have your hands on the ground. Lift your leg, it's up to you. Find your balance. Right foot meets left, hands back to prayer center. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now let's do the lunge. Send the right foot forward. Come down to your back knee. Place the top of your left foot on your mat. Wiggle your right toes forward, having your right knee over your right ankle. All right, find your blocks. Bring them by your sides. Send your left leg long. Here's your lunge. All right, so get set up. Maybe shoulders over your hips, or maybe not. Maybe you want to keep your hands on your blocks. Maybe you bring your fingertips to your blocks. Breathe. Lengthen up through your fingers. Breathe. Take your hands now. Interlace them again. I'm into interlacing the fingers today. All right? Place them at the base of your skull. Open up in the elbows. Elbows to the back of the room. Breathe. Now let's twist a little to the right, then twist a little to the left. Twist to the right, twist to the left. Just move. Nobody's counting, nobody's judging how far you go. Breathe. And then let's come back. Hands back to your blocks. Surf it out. Right leg straightens. Bring your bottom back toward your heels. Doesn't have to go very far. You can keep your hands on your blocks or walk your blocks back with you. And put that huge bend in your left knee and have a seat on your bottom if you like. And then come forward. Use the blocks or not. You're working both knees here, right? Right leg is straight, left leg is bent. Maybe use your blocks or no blocks at all. We got it. All right, come back to standing on that knee. Come back to standing on both knees. Left legs turn. Left leg goes forward. Use the blocks. I feel that reintroducing the blocks here helps me get my right leg longer and straighter on the mat. You really feel it in your right hip flexor. All right, put the towel under your knee if the knee doesn't feel so good doing this. Let it be here. Maybe you press up to the fingertips. Maybe you send your arms up to the sky. Maybe you interlace your fingers, placing the interlaced fingers and your palms at the base of your skull. Opening up your elbows and then taking a little left-right twist. Breathe. Twist. And then back to center. Hold on here. How does it feel? Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm going to send my arms back up to the sky. I'm going to take a little back bend. Hands back to your blocks. Start to surf it out. Just straighten the left leg. A little bit, holding onto the blocks, or a lot. Maybe walk the blocks back. Maybe bring your bottom back toward your heel, or sit on your heel, whatever you like. Forward and back. Get into your hips. All right. Just surf it out a couple times. And then bring left knee to meet right knee. Come back to a standing, shoulders over your hips. Place your hands at your low back. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine. Send your chest forward. Look up to the sky. Little gentle back bend here in a camel pose. All right, come back, shoulders over hips. Place your hands on your mat. You're kind of in a neutral tabletop just for a second. Tuck your toes towards your shins. Let's go into a down dog. So straighten your legs. Straighten your legs, downward facing dog. Your body looks like an inverted V. Feet are hip width distance apart. Heels slightly elevated. Adjust your stance. Everybody's height and torso length is different. Heels slightly lifted. Hands, look at them. Shoulder width distance apart, fingers spread wide. Tailbone high to the sky, your neck. Shake your neck, look to your knees. Just have no tension in your neck. Start to pedal your heels here. Pedal them out, bringing one heel closer to the earth than the other. Don't forget to push hard into your hands. Tailbone to the sky, downward facing dog. Still your feet, still your heels. Bend your knees, have them kiss the mat, and lift back to your down dog. Again, bend your knees, kiss the mat, high to the sky. A few times, get into the knees. All right, bend the knees, high to the sky, bend the knees, bottom high to the sky. All right, come back to your downward facing dog. Pedal your heels, shake your neck. Walk your feet to meet your hands, or your hands to meet your feet. Slowly roll on up. Think of your spine like Lego blocks. Roll on up, one Lego block at a time, keeping your chin tucked to your chest until you get all the way up, and then chin away from your chest. All right, half crescent moon. Lift your arms up, up, up to the sky. Palms together to touch, cross your thumbs. Lengthen up here so your biceps are up near your ears like they were when we did that stick pose. Now go from side to side. Sway gently from side to side, reaching through your fingertips. Bring your legs closer together. Zip them up like you do in your stick pose. All right, you're swaying side to side. Let's hold it to one side. And then take the bottom hand, release it, and take your fingers and clasp the upper wrist. And then pull that wrist, pull that arm. Keep your chin away from your chest. Bring your top shoulder back toward the back of the room. Nice big stretch here. Oh, feel that. Palms back to meet. Inhale up to the sky. Lengthen up through your fingers. Take your half crescent moon to the other side. As you're stretching here, feel the stretching, the lengthening between your ribs even. Think of those muscles there, those intercostal muscles. Think of them stretching, creating space and strength and flexibility and mobility. Feels so good. Chin away from the chest, top shoulder back. Bottom hand, grab the top wrist. Give it a gentle tug. I really like this variation. It feels really good. It really feels like that little bit of effort of just pulling the wrist really intensifies the pose in a good way. Breathe. Just relax into this a little bit. Think of, all the space you're making in the top side of your body. And then come on up nice and slowly. Palms touch, lengthen. Let your hands float down, palms together, let them float down to heart center. Take a big breath in. Oh, I feel better already. Don't you feel good when you do your yoga? So the mystery of life is, why don't we do it more often? All right, breathe in. Breathe out, soften in the shoulders. Tree pose, Vrikasana. We already did that toppling tree. Let's do a classic tree. Bend your left knee. Open it up to the side of the room. And, stay in that Barbie doll toe stance if you like. Maybe put the heel inside the leg to just find your balance there, or use a chair, or slip the leg up a little bit into the standing leg. Bring it up as high as feels comfortable. Just don't push sideways into that standing knee. Let both hips be equal distant to the front of your room. Let the knee of the bent leg, work its way more toward the back of the room. Woo! Find your balance. Maybe hands to prayer center. Maybe grow your branches. If you grow your branches, look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Sway your branches if that feels good. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Place the right foot, left foot down to meet. Other side. Root into the opposite leg, the left leg. Bend the right and bring it on around to whatever suits you today. Lots of different shapes and trees, right? Make it work for you. It helps to push the foot into the leg and the leg into the foot. Maybe keep your hands on your hips. Why not? Hands to prayer center. If you want to keep it there, go for it. Push the foot into the leg and leg into the foot. Grow your branches if you want, or maybe grow one branch. It's all good. You're finding balance here. Breathe. Look up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. You got it. Hands back to prayer center. Guide the knee to the front of the room. Plant the right foot next to the left and just kind of readjust. Get your feet nice and solid here. You will look taller with this next pose. Let this feel great. Think the old YMCA song. Fun to stay at the YMCA? Zip your legs up. Bring your arms into a big Y shape. The secret here is the backs of the hands. Press into the back of the room. U. Big W. Will. 2 L's. Forward and back as you tuck your elbows toward your waist. Look. Really squeeze them. Lift your chest. Squeeze in those shoulder blades. Tee out your arms for taller and pulse your hands to the back of your room. Let's do it again. U. Will. Look. T for taller. You're strengthening your upper back here, your upper and mid back. Really great posture for that. It's a physical therapy pose, actually. You will look. T for taller. Let it feel good. All right, let your arms float on down by your sides. Do you feel taller? Do you feel like you're standing taller? You should. You should stand taller because you are capable, you are able, you are powerful, you are strong, and your yoga is helping you get there. All right, that's that for this pose. Let's take our forward fold again. Remember this? We have done this a lot today. Let your fingers hang toward the earth. Let your gaze go back toward your knees. A little bit of space between your feet feels more solid. Shake your neck. Let it be. Inhale, arms sweep up with a flourish. Go on up, extended mountain. Take a baby back bend. Back up to the sky. Fold forward. Fold forward. We're going to do it one more time. Little bend in your knees. Inhale, arms sweep on up. Lengthen up. Baby back bend. Back to extended mountain, hands to prayer center. Take a moment here, eyes closed, shoulders away from the ears. Tell yourself, I'm capable, I'm able, I'm powerful, I'm doing this. It's all good. Sometimes you think, oh, I've got to run 5 miles to have exercise, or I've got to do super, super intense things. No, you don't. Every little bit of effort is huge and beneficial to you. Take a deep breath in. And maybe a big sigh and breath out. Bend your knees and come on down to your mat. So knees are bent. Let's come on down to our bellies. All right, big into spine strengthening. So important to do. Okay, so cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Let's start with Sphinx first. Maybe you'd like that. All right, elbows under your shoulders, forearms parallel to the sides of your mat, fingers spread wide. Zip your legs up. Gaze down your nose and feel the strengthening here and the compression in your low back. Maybe you wish to stay right here. I'm going to go into that cobra pose. So I'm going to let my head come down. I'm going to slip my hands, like 8 inches down so they're under my collarbones. Squeeze my elbows in. Again, zip my legs up, pressing the tops of my feet into the mat. They don't really stay there. They kind of want to pop up a little bit, but just push them in as best you can. On an inhale, lift your head on up, still gazing down your nose. Lift on up maybe a little higher. Come on up, your core is strong. Come on up, squeeze your elbows towards your spine. Maybe come up onto your fingertips, or maybe no weight in your hands at all. Breathe here in your cobra, and then come on down. Inhale, straighten in the elbows. Press on up for your seal pose. So you're taking it a little deeper still here. All right, I tend to really squeeze my glutes in this. Try to soften your glutes. Just feel the difference. Just kind of be aware of where you hold on to tension in your body without even realizing it sometimes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come on up. Come on up to standing on your knees. Remember camel pose. Standing on your knees, hips over your knees, shoulders over your hips, hands to your low back like they're going into pockets of jeans. Squeeze your elbows toward your spine, lengthen up, look up, push your chest up to the sky, push your hips to the front of your room. Breathe. You've got mobility. Mobility is the most important thing, isn't it? You got to be mobile. You got to be strong. You got to be flexible, and that's what your yoga does. Come on over, flip on over, come on down to your back. Grab your eye shade and your towel and bring them up by your shoulders. We're going to use those in a bit. All right, so we're going to come on back down to do a bridge pose. Plant the soles of your feet, hands to prayer center, lengthen up, and with control, you come on down to your mat. All the way down. Arms come down by your sides. Knees are bent, soles of your feet are on your mat. Shoulders away from your ears. Let your fingertips reach toward the bottom of your mat. Bridge pose. Push the weight into your feet and let your hips come on up. Stretch it out here. Tuck the shoulder blades under your back a little bit more. That feels really good, and it makes you feel like you got your hips a lot higher too. Knees are hip width distance apart. Press into the soles of your feet. Interlace fingers if you want. I've done a lot of that today. Interlace your fingers underneath your low back. This time press your thumbs, or not your thumbs, your pinkies into the mat. Hips are lifted high. Hold on here. Just breathe. Appreciate the strength and the power in your legs. And then release your arms down by your sides. Roll your spine down. Remember I said earlier, like the Lego blocks as you stood? Roll your spine down one Lego block at a time. Here, keep your tailbone tucked by keeping your navel toward your spine. Bring it on down. All right, tailbone comes down last. Let's tee out our arms. You can do palms down or palms up, whatever feels good. Widen your stance between your feet a little bit, so let your feet kind of walk out to the edges of your mat, and then let your knees fall to one side. Then both knees come up and then fall to the other side. And as you're doing this, back and forth, just some mobility in the hips. What you could do is turn your head in the opposite direction of which your knees are going. So when the knees go to the right, let your gaze go to the left. So just a gentle little twist here, nice movement in the hips. All right. Let's finish. Head back to the midline of the body. Bring your feet in a little bit more. Lift your right leg up. Place the outside of the right ankle onto the left thigh so you've got a figure 4. It looks like a number 4, kind of, sort of, in your legs. Push the inner right thigh open. Tee out your arms again. And let your foot, the one on top, I got my right foot, let it fall toward the earth on the left side of your body. Maybe your gaze goes to the right. Let it come toward the earth, doesn't have to touch. Come on back up. And then that right knee, let it fall to the right side while your gaze goes to the left. Just find a little twist here. And it's like happy baby. The more you do it, the more accessible it becomes. Isn't that true about anything? The more you do something, the more comfortable you become with it. All right. Finish up, come back to the midline, switch out your legs. I'm going to bring my right foot down, left foot lift, outside of the left ankle, onto the right thigh. Then I'm going to let this left foot come toward the earth. Maybe it doesn't come very far. Then bring it on back up and let the knee come to the other side. Maybe look in the opposite direction to which side you're turning. Does that make sense? As the foot comes down or close to the earth, you look in the opposite direction. When the knee touches down, you look over the other shoulder. Just back and forth a little bit. Feels good on your low back too, a little low back massage. All right, let's do 2 more poses. Bring your bottom back to the midline, nestle your tailbone in, bring your foot down to meet the other foot on the mat, arms down by your sides, shoulders away from your ears, bend your knees and draw them up towards your chest. Happy baby, Ananda Balasana. Left hand captures under left knee, right hand under right knee. Rock a little bit from side to side like you did earlier. Hold on, squeeze the knees, hold them tighter toward your armpits. Work your hands down your shins, maybe work your hands toward your ankles and hold on here. Rock back and forth. Extend one leg, then the other. Maybe you can capture your heels. If you can hold on to your heels, draw your toes closer to your shins, helps you hold on tighter. Send one foot high to the sky, then the other leg is bent. Back and forth, happy baby. Hold on tight here. Knees towards your armpits. Let's finish. Send your feet high up to the sky. Open up through your legs. Draw your toes towards your shins. A nice big V shape. Whew. Hold on to the inner thighs. They're strong. Nice big V. Now bring your legs back together. Ankles touch. Bend your knees. Bring your feet on down. Time for your final Shavasana pose. All right, legs go long. Heels toward the edges of your mat. Maybe use your eye shade or your little towel to cover your eyes. Feels nice to block out the light. Arms down by your sides. Shoulders are resting away from the ears. Breathe in, breathe out. That goes without saying, right? Thank your body for breathing for you. For doing it when you don't even have to think about it. But right now, let's think about it. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a big sighing breath out through your mouth. Let it go. Really empty out all the air. And repeat. Big breaths in. Big breaths out. Let it go. Wiggle your hips a little bit. Get comfortable. Pinky toes toward the edges of your mat. Eyes closed, nice and softly. Just savor this moment. No thoughts, no worries, no hurrying to the next, to the next, to the next thing. Just this breath. Your body is heavy, but your heart is light. Soften in the jaws. Soften in your forehead. Big full belly breaths in. And even fuller, slower, full breaths out, where you feel like your belly button's going to go back and touch your mat. Keep letting more air out. And repeat. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. And maybe your remote control is nearby and you want to pause the video as you enjoy your final Shavasana pose a little bit longer. What a great way to prepare you for the rest of your day. Be at peace and be calm and be in the present moment. You have the power to make yourself calm, to give yourself peace. Do that. If it's time for you to conclude today's yoga, take a deep breath in. Let it refresh you, let it wake you up. And a deep breath out as you feel restored and renewed. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe turn your head from left to right. Stretch out your neck and enjoy a little skull massage. Turn your head maybe a little bit more each time. Left, right, left. Bring your head back to the midline and feel lengthening through the crown of your head, and just send your arms down a little bit more toward the bottom of your mat. Circle your wrists and your ankles in lots of directions. Take a big inhale, reach your arms high up overhead and stretch it out like it's your first good morning stretch. And then roll into one side or the other. Oh, use your low arm, keep it bent. Use it as a pillow for your head. Settle in here. Eyes closed, you're on your side. Savor this breath as you just kind of slowly transition back into our chaotic world. Do you want to stay here longer? Breathe in, breathe out. Press on up. Use your hands or don't use your hands. Come on up to seated. Sit however is comfortable for you. Hi. Hands to prayer center. Close your eyes for just another moment. Have a moment of gratitude, a moment of thanks for the power in you, for your capabilities, for your abilities, for just showing up. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice slow transition back to the world. Blink your eyes open. You did it. Yes. It's a dress number. You had it. You took it in the beginning. A scale of 1 to 5, 1 to 10. What was it? But more importantly, what is it? It's within your power. Your stress is within your power. You're powerful. Use this month to get even more powerful. Little by little, day by day, join us every single day. I've got something fresh and new for you every day. You won't get bored, I promise. So come back tomorrow. See you on your mats. All right, from us to you, thank you for your patience this last month. Of transition, but transition's good because you come out on the other side. All right, so think about these things. Focus on these things. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness to your practice, faithfulness to what's important to you, gentleness, and self-control. Have a great day, everybody. Love you. See you on your mats tomorrow. I'll be here. You too. Bye-bye. Hello, Piper. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Bye. You're still here, and I'm really glad for that. Keep this in mind. The path is made through repetition. Keep showing up, and good things will happen. You know that. I'm glad that you're still sticking around. Tell your friends what the yoga's doing for you. Our yoga is free for anybody and everybody on Facebook and YouTube, and they can join in anytime from the privacy of their own home. Tell them about our practice, please. If you'd like to support our broadcast, you can visit our website. It's www.316yoga.com. Stay on your path, enjoy your yoga, and have a great rest of your day. See you on your mats tomorrow.